Good evening, Professor Karna. Good evening, Professor Anchal. So, we are here to discuss about Ranveer Singh's ad for Jaipur Rugs. As we recently got to know, it was not necessarily an ad. It was a photo op in the paper magazine, and Jaipur Rugs was one of the sponsors, as you mentioned. So, we wanted to understand, for a brand like Jaipur Rugs, what sense does it make to go for this particular packaging of ads, Ranveer Singh as a celebrity and positioning of this ad as a nude advertisement on a Jaipur rug?
So, which also had the caption, it is Jaipur Rugs or nothing. So, well, I have known the company Jaipur Rugs as an outsider, as an observer. We are also currently writing a case on them, and therefore I know what this brand stands for, what kind of products they are providing in the market. We also did a case in the courts that you did with us. So I think Jaipur Rugs definitely has it has done several things. One, of course, is they have created an ecosystem of the back end. They have a full control of the human value chain, the craft value chain. They have solved several problems on the technology front, around quality, around consistency of the products that they are selling. And as we saw, they have also created a huge value, especially for the hand knotted carpets, which sell at a very high premium. And then they have also recently went into a new brand, which we discussed in detail, the Anchal. And all of this tells us that Jaipur Rugs has a solid value proposition to the market. This market, which we would classify as a lifestyle product of a rug, where people are ready to pay a premium for the product that they are getting, and rightly so, because as we saw, it takes about 4 to 6 months to produce that one rug. It is entirely handmade. It has been going on for generations. The artisans' ideas, artisans' design sense is all into the product. With such a heavy and such a valid, such a authentic exceptionalness of the product, I don't think they're required to go into some of the marketing or the packaging that they are doing. Perhaps some moment at which they decided, and this is just purely my guess, I have had no conversation with the company directly, but at some point they perhaps decided that if we get into some kind of a celebrity photo, not as our ad, but even as a sponsor of a particular prop in that ad, and then we get to promote that ad through the paper magazine or whichever other media that we choose to do it. I think there was somewhere they miscalculated, in my view, the trade-off between that they will become successful, or rather, they were actually successful, but they will become more popular, where what we, as we see in successful lifestyle businesses, that it is not really about that much of popularity to have been known by a number of people, but what is it that drives your loyal customers, the connoisseurs towards your brand, and why they pay for what they are getting out of the value, and how do they influence the other segments of the market in order to pay. And to me, actually, everything was working well and still continues to work well for Jaipur Rugs. But so I couldn't align the choice of the celebrity brand, the messaging. Maybe the paper magazine could still have the relevant readers, but the way they use this particular packaging of the message in terms of the photo shoot by Ranveer Singh in a nude manner on the rug, and then it was like rugs, the Jaipur Rugs or nothing. I don't think it aligns well with what is their value driver and what ideally their go-to-market strategy is and should be, and what they are perhaps targeting with this particular ad or photo op. So I see a misalignment. I don't think that they would have lost a lot if they would have not done this. I think they might in fact have lost a little bit by having done this. I'm not sure whether they gained anything out of doing this. That is my broad view on the alignment between the ad, the photo op, and the Jaipur Rex, what actual brand stands for in terms of brand.
Yeah. So, but what we saw in news, that there was lots of buzz about Ranveer Singh, lots of negativity, also like there was lots of opposition and regarding the same. But that that photo op got very popular or viral. So considering that a brand like Jaipur Rug, so should, like, considering the customer segments that they have, should they have gone for anything which focused on the mass market or something? Yes, Professor.
See, first of all, I think it was not thought. It was opportunistic. An opportunity came their way, and they thought it was too exciting to let it pass. I think I also haven't had a direct conversation on this because obvious reasons, but this is my clear hypothesis that it was really opportunistic. I totally agree with Amit that it is misaligned, but more than that, the point is that paper magazine had its reasons. That was for artification. That got totally served. It was a beautifully shot image, really aesthetically very beautiful. From a social impact point of view, social messaging point of view, paper magazine got all the plaudits. They won. Ashish Shah, who is the photographer, he won for the same reasons. Jaipur Rugs didn't win anything. And I think they missed the chance out of excitement. Because as I said, the caption said, when you have Jaipur Rugs, you need nothing else. See. That made it completely like objectification, which was completely unnecessary. Male nudity with someone as celebrated as Ranveer Singh was quite a first. And one of the comments I heard often, a very positive comment, was that finally something for women to look and enjoy. And truly, it was a brilliant photograph. So from that perspective, if they had also taken a position of either of these two, messaging, artification or social messaging, it could still have connected with the consensus. But that message, that caption actually killed it for them. And if at all it let some connoisseurs feel alienated. At the same time, as you said, does it make sense to appeal to all? I mean, that popularity and it becoming so viral, it doesn't help Jaipur Rugs at all, because their target segment within that large pool of people that it reached is minuscule. Who would not even remember that was Jaipur Rugs? All they will remember is like a 6.6 lakh car. But that is the value that they had already delivered. They did not need a PSA. So that's.
But they were even capturing that value. So it is not that they don't have orders. And it is not that after this ad they are going to give it for lower price. The idea is that whether the person was paying 6 lakhs, 6.5 lakhs, is that for that particular messaging? No, there is inherent value in the aesthetic, design, the authenticity of that carpet, for which they were anyways getting the value out of it. And so therefore this doesn't make sense. And as you rightly said, opportunity came, they latched on to it. Whether they won anything out of it, I'm not sure.
So can we say that in this particular photo op, even if they have decided to use Ranveer Singh, but a messaging which was more aligned with their brand perception, it would have still worked?
Yes.
Because Ranveer Singh as a personality is over the top.
Correct.
It might not 100% align with the brand perception of Jaipurx if
Yeah, totally. I mean, they try to recover after, to show more artisans on their post, but they took them down because it suddenly felt trying too hard.
Yeah.
So even if they had made it around artification, for example, as a messaging, it would still be out of place because it was nothing to do in a sequence of communication they have been putting out.
So thanks a lot, professors, for kind of clarifying this case for us, and thanks a lot to viewers for joining me.
Thank you. All the best.